Hey Yankees fans, welcome to Yankees Rumors and News, your go-to spot for the latest buzz and updates about our team. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a scoop. The New York Yankees find themselves in a familiar, yet increasingly tense position as spring training looms on the horizon. Time is slipping away like sand through fingers, and yet, despite the apparent quiet that has characterized their offseason so far, the team's front office still retains a surprising number of options in both the free agent market and potential trade opportunities for fans accustomed to the Yankees' winter spectacle, where splashy signings and headline-grabbing trades dominate the headlines. This calm has been unnerving, but behind the scenes, the story is far from static. The Yankees remain a team with championship aspiration, and while the roster may have cracks that are impossible to ignore, projections continue to view them as serious contenders, capable of winning at the highest level if the pieces fall into place. Brian Cashman, with his decades of experience at the helm, clearly believes in the roster's core strength, even as patience among the fanbase reaches its natural limits. This offseason has underscored a delicate balancing act for the Yankees. The organization appears keenly aware that overpaying for marquee names like Cody Bellinger or diving aggressively into the Japanese pitching market may lead to self-inflicted financial headaches that could extend for years. Tatsuya Imai, a young starter whose potential impact is undeniable, has become the symbol of this conundrum, once considered a realistic target. Whispers around the league now suggest that the dream of landing Imai may be fading, making the Yankees' need for contingency planning all the more urgent. In baseball, timing can be everything. A patient front office may look indecisive to the casual observer, but history shows that the most judicious acquisitions are often made after the market corrects itself. When inflated early season projections falter and opportunities emerge that are both cost-effective and strategically sound for a team chasing a title, knowing when to wait and when to act is an art form, and the Yankees are navigating that tightrope with both caution and calculated ambition. The growing doubt surrounding Tatsuya Imai highlights a vulnerability within the Yankees' rotation that cannot be ignored. On paper, the staff has the appearance of adequacy, but the reality is far more fragile. Jarrett Cole's recovery from Tommy John surgery remains unpredictable, and questions linger over how quickly he will return to full form, if at all. At the start of the season, compounding the problem, Carlos Rodon and Clark Schmidt are both confirmed to be unavailable for opening day, leaving the Yankees with a rotation that demands both internal development and strategic reinforcement. Relying solely on the growth of younger arms like Kem Schlittler would be a perilous gamble for a team with serious championship goals. Underscoring the urgency of pursuing proven talent elsewhere, the rotation, once a cornerstone of confidence, now serves as a reminder that even the most stable franchises must be proactive to stay competitive. The trade market offers a variety of potential solutions, each with its own mix of promise and risk. Milwaukee's Freddie Peralta represents the archetype of a stabilizing force, a reliable starter, capable of anchoring the rotation and providing immediate impact. Cincinnati's Nick Lodolo, while perhaps less heralded, combines health, command, and upside in a way that could make him a quietly valuable addition. Meanwhile, Miami's offerings, including Sandy Alcantara and Edward Cabrera, introduce compelling risk-reward scenarios, where a high ceiling is counterbalanced by price and contractual considerations. Each option forces the Yankees to weigh immediate need against long-term flexibility, a calculus that Brian Cashman and his team have faced countless times but never with stakes this stark. The bottom line is clear: sitting idle is no longer an option. The organization must act, and it must act wisely, because the gap between contention and disappointment is narrower than ever in today's league. While the trade market presents one avenue, free agency provides another battleground, and Cody Bellinger has become the focal point of that narrative. What initially seemed like a straightforward pursuit has evolved into a subtle psychological duel between the Yankees and Bellinger's camp. Scott Boras, renowned for extracting maximum value for his clients, has pushed aggressively for a high-value contract. Yet league-wide interest in meeting his demands has been underwhelming. In this instance, the leverage appears to favor New York, granting them the luxury to wait and observe as the market reshapes itself. Insider sources indicate that no team has come close to Bellinger's asking price, reinforcing the sense that patience, rather than panic, may be the Yankees' strongest tool. It is a rare moment in free agency where restraint, rather than ambition, might yield the most significant gains. even as the Yankees navigate this delicate chessboard. Questions surrounding Bellinger's long-term value linger. His defensive contributions are undeniable. He remains a player whose presence on the field can materially influence outcomes through elite glove work alone. However, offensive metrics suggest caution. Production, while solid, has shown fluctuations, and entering his age 30 season raises natural concerns about durability and regression. A contract of the magnitude Bellinger's camp seeks would carry inherent risk, and the Yankees' front office is keenly aware of that. Market realities are shifting rapidly, and the team appears content to allow those shifts to dictate terms rather than yielding to external pressure. Should a deal materialize, it is increasingly likely to occur on New York's terms, not Bora's, a testament to the strategic patience that has long defined the franchise's approach to high-stakes acquisitions beyond the immediate tactical considerations. The Yankees' offseason underscores a broader philosophical approach, the interplay between calculated risk, market patience, and internal development. While fans may view the current quiet as stagnation, the front office sees a window of opportunity. The alignment of needs, timing, and market inefficiencies could enable the team to secure impactful additions without sacrificing future flexibility. The narrative surrounding Tatsuya Imai, whether it culminates in a signing or not, exemplifies the broader challenge facing the organization, balancing ambition against prudence, urgency against patience, and high-profile targets against realistic projections. Each decision resonates far beyond a single transaction, influencing the trajectory of the team for the coming season and beyond. Ultimately, the Yankees' path forward will require both courage and discipline. With spring training imminent, the pressure to finalize moves intensifies. Yet the array of available options, whether through trade, free agency, or internal promotion, offers multiple pathways to strengthen the roster. As Brian Cashman and his staff weigh each decision, the calculus involves more than talent alone. It encompasses timing, market dynamics, and the ever-present risk of injury or underperformance. For a franchise of New York's stature, the ability to navigate this complex landscape with strategic acumen will define the season before a single pitch is thrown. Fans, meanwhile, must reconcile the tension between visible inactivity and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing their team is considering every angle with precision. In conclusion, the Yankees find themselves at a pivotal moment in their offseason where options remain, but the clock is unforgiving. The fading dream of Tatsuya Imai casts a spotlight on the necessity of alternative plans. Whether through trades or free agent acquisitions like Cody Bellinger, strategic patience appears to be the guiding principle, yet urgency cannot be ignored. Every move, every delay, and every calculated gamble carries weight in a franchise chasing yet another championship. The coming weeks promise clarity, revealing whether New York will capitalize on its latent opportunities or watch potential upgrades slip through its fingers. In the high-stakes theater of Major League Baseball, the line between triumph and disappointment is often defined not by talent alone, but by the timing, vision, and resolve of those making the decisions behind the scenes. The Yankees' story this offseason is far from complete, but one thing is certain: the drama, strategy, and stakes have never been higher. If you're enjoying the updates, drop a like and let us know in the comments your thoughts on this rumor. In a move that has sent shockwaves across the baseball world, whispers have begun circulating that Mookie Betts, one of the premier talents in Major League Baseball, could be making an unprecedented return to New York. The speculation alone is enough to ignite the imaginations of Yankees fans and pundits alike. Ever since Betts cemented himself as one of the most dynamic and electrifying players of his generation, any news linking him to the Big Apple has carried the weight of a seismic event. The mere suggestion that the Yankees might be orchestrating a blockbuster acquisition of this magnitude has sent the rumor mill into overdrive, with insiders hinting that discussions behind closed doors have been more serious than anyone outside the organization could have imagined. If true, this would not just be another signing. It would be a declaration of intent, a statement that New York is prepared to stake everything on one of the most extraordinary athletes in the game today. The Yankees, known for their history of bold and ambitious moves, have always prided themselves on shaking up the league and capturing headlines with audacious signings. The prospect of Mookie Betts donning pinstripes again feels like a narrative ripped straight from a sports drama, almost tantalizing to believe. Yet, sources close to the team suggest that the front office has been quietly strategizing. Exploring every angle to bring this vision to life, negotiations of this scale are never simple, and the complexities involved in aligning contracts, trade considerations, and financial commitments are monumental. Still, the allure of Betts' combination of speed, power, and fielding prowess might be too enticing for the Yankees to resist, especially at a time when the team is clearly seeking to reassert dominance and build a roster capable of contending for championships. Imagine the clubhouse dynamics, the energy coursing through Yankee Stadium if this deal comes to fruition. Betts' return would not only invigorate the fan base, but would also send a powerful signal to the rest of the league. The Yankees are back in the game in the most emphatic fashion possible. Players and managers alike would have to reckon with a team suddenly transformed, a lineup that could strike fear into the hearts of opponents simply through its sheer talent and versatility. In an era where star power often translates into momentum and media attention, Mookie Betts represents a phenomenon, someone capable of turning every at-bat, every defensive play, into a highlight worthy of the sports news cycle. His return could redefine the Yankees season before it even begins, and the anticipation is enough to make any fan's heart race. Of course, as with any rumor of this magnitude, skepticism is natural, the details remain murky, and while some insiders claim there are real discussions underway, others warn that nothing is guaranteed until ink meets paper. The financial gymnastics required to make this happen are staggering, involving multi-million-dollar contracts, potential trade partners, and careful cap management. Yet, the Yankees have a long history of navigating these complexities, often emerging with deals that surprise even the most seasoned observers. The thought of Betts in a pinstripe uniform again is a tantalizing what-if, one that sports analysts and social media commentators are already dissecting with feverish enthusiasm. Every headline, every snippet of insider chatter adds fuel to the fire, creating an atmosphere of speculation so thick it feels almost tangible. Adding another layer to the intrigue is the broader impact on the league. A move of this caliber would not occur in isolation. It would reverberate across Major League Baseball, forcing rival teams to reassess strategies, consider counteroffers, and potentially reimagine their rosters. The domino effect of such a high-profile acquisition could be dramatic, influencing trades, free agency decisions, and even the trajectory of entire franchises. For fans, the excitement is nearly unbearable. A mix of hope and impatience as every rumor is scrutinized and every insider tip is amplified across the digital landscape. In many ways, this potential signing encapsulates the essence of sports speculation, a blend of anticipation, uncertainty, and the irresistible allure of imagining the impossible becoming reality. It is also worth noting the personal dimension, Betts' relationship with the city, his history in New York, and the narrative of returning to a stage where he has previously excelled add layers of storytelling that are almost cinematic in nature. Sports are, at their heart, a form of narrative. And this story writes itself. A star who once graced the city returns, not merely as a player, but as a symbol of ambition, reinvention, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. If the Yankees succeed, they do not merely gain a player. They gain a chapter in their storied history, one that fans will debate, celebrate, and remember for decades. The media frenzy alone would be unprecedented, with every game, every swing, every catch analyzed for signs that Betts is redefining the Yankees' destiny. While official confirmations remain absent, the mere circulation of this rumor has sparked endless debate and analysis. Fan forums are ablaze with speculation about lineups, defensive alignments, and potential postseason implications. Sports podcasts are dedicating entire episodes to dissecting the feasibility of the move, examining everything from contract details to clubhouse chemistry. Analysts are poring over numbers, projecting batting averages, on-base percentages, and defensive metrics, attempting to quantify the transformative effect Betts could have. Even the casual observer cannot help but be drawn into the drama, imagining the roar of the crowd, the flash of cameras, and the electric atmosphere of Yankee Stadium with a superstar back in the fold. Ultimately, whether or not Mookie Betts returns to New York, the rumor itself is a testament to the power of sports storytelling. It captures imagination, fuels conversations, and creates a shared sense of anticipation that transcends the game itself. For Yankees fans, it represents hope, audacity, and the tantalizing possibility of witnessing history in motion. For the league, it is a reminder that the dynamics of baseball are always evolving, and that the next seismic shift could arrive at any moment. As the whispers continue and the speculation grows, one thing is certain: if this deal happens, the world of baseball will never be the same, and the Yankees will have made a statement so bold, so undeniable, that the echoes will resonate far beyond the confines of the diamond. Until then, the city, the fans, and the broader baseball community remain on edge, captivated by the tantalizing prospect of a blockbuster move that could redefine an entire era. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with every Yankees rumor and news. See you in the next video.